What's up, y'all? It's me, Tasha C. And in this particular video, I'm doing something new, a Friday night review, which is, what is this, marriage, a marriage camp, boot camp, reality stars, which is what, season 6 together for the whole series. But it's reality stars, what, number 4? So this is episode 1 season premiere. I don't know if I can keep reviewing the show, but I'll try to, y'all. But anyway, shout out to my YouTube fam. You're not on YouTube fam, just go ahead and hit the subscribe button, like and share this video, y'all. Oh gosh, this is going to be probably an interesting season. And if y'all watched my basketball, well, not the last season, but the previous seasons before then, I'm not going to sit there and I'll try to avoid using the P word about somebody's stuff being powerful. I'm just going to try to do a clean slate, even though I still see the asshole and tizzy in that mouth, which does not, when keeping it real goes wrong, continues to happen. But it looks like it's going to be interesting season for what I gather, whatever. But I do know Benzino and Athena, just recently had a child together. But I don't know if she was pregnant or knew she was pregnant at the time of the show. Okay, but like I said, it's these couples going together. The only couple that's actually officially married is, I think, Kathleen and Sean Sean is from one of the Bachelors, that show on ABC. They're the first ones to, were the first ones or second ones to, no, they're the second ones to arrive, and they basically have a communication, I think, problems, and, they're newly married, and, it's just, seems to be, the newlywed stuff, the honeymoon is almost over. And when we first got those Benzino and Fifi, whatever you want to call her, coming in there, he's already telling about how to pull her pants or panties now, it almost look like, because she won't show any cheeks. And I think at times they made sure when she walked away that purposely the camera was zoomed on her ass because it was out of the jeans. Or officially, somebody brought the Daisy Dukes back as if they never went out of style. Okay, whatever. That's damn near what she had on, because all we seen was ass cheeks out. Okay, she had on a night, little, coat, little jacket on the shirt, but completely assed out, damn near. Okay, literally damn near. Okay, she was one step from Prince, if y'all remember the MTV Awards, whatever. She just would have went a couple more inches higher. All right, so you can even tell the difference between them. They came in and sat at different couches, and the problem is the arguing and like the aggressiveness between like they're yelling back and forth. Now this is not the same thing with saying Love and Hip Hop at ATL when they were on there, right? Oh, Fifi, I love you, Fifi, woo woo woo, whatever. Love, hugs, and kisses. You are my everything. Nothing like that, right? Okay, but I remember, interesting enough, Benzino was saying, like, later on in the episode, like, or I think he was saying to the audience rather, people think that we were the perfect couple, and I'm thinking, no, okay, well, all right, never mind. But anyways, like I said, Sean and Catherine, I think her name is, had noticed like that this is between them, and they were already saying like they were getting an argument, the type of arguments, and they have disagreements and everything. But even Liz and Jim are in the background, and at the same time, here's Thiepy, before I think anybody stepped in, was saying at first, before their first couple that was in the house, she like, we need to talk about our problems. And he's like, he wants to wait for Jens and Elizabeth to come in and, talk about it, whatever. And it's like they avoid stuff to the point that obviously builds up whatever. He even talked about sometimes they got arguments where lamps is being thrown or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Have they been engaged for 2 years, that Thiep was saying, whatever, or are they been together a total 2 years? But anyways, y'all, Catherine and Sean already seem scared. And then Sarah from the Bad Girls Club, or you remember also heard from when it was supposed to be a pilot, but it was a preview pilot, a controversy mistress of Atlanta, and she was there too, and even just let us know she can ass injections and everything, and she has this boyfriend named Ink, okay, and she basically says like, it's an open relationship, but if she tries to come off, y'all, as if it's on his side. But it turns out she brings in women from threesomes, but then it's like, it's still she wants to be in a one-on-one relationship, unless she say, it don't count because it's a girl or something. I don't know. But it's also, she's supposed to be allowed to bring the girls that she likes, but he's not allowed to bring girls that he prefers or his ex-girlfriend, blah, blah, blah. But I'm just like, y'all is a fucking mess. Oh gosh. And Ink was trying to be like, he was like the secret therapist and shit I knows of the show too, whatever, right? So, oh my gosh. But anyways, then like I said, they were talking to Sean and Catherine, especially Sean, was, it seemed like even before Jim and Elizabeth brought it up, they seemed to focus, especially Sean, was really focused on like trying to find everything wrong in everybody else's relationship or judging people. And he, but instead it's like saying we need to talk about our problems. And, he's just like, oh my gosh, these people here and blah, 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 and I don't want to be here. But it's like, okay, you chose to sign up. Y'all didn't have to be there. Y'all want to. Y'all weren't going to be the only couple there. So, whatever. Like, I'm going to leave. Nobody wants you on the island. Shit. So anyway, we have the fourth couple was Sunny D. Like I said, I'm not gonna call her by name, and her ex-husband Shedrick. I didn't know when they were married because they read the gold description, but I do know that the thing is that they used to be married and then they were divorced, and for the last 2 years, how some people, there are people who even get as far as divorce, and there are chances that they do get back together. I've heard that before. It's rare. Very, very rare. Like me finding a diamond in his house somewhere. But it can happen. but the last 2 years have been just co-parenting to stay in each other. But they don't know if they want to. It's like Cedric is a little bit more ready to like try to work it out. But I think she even admitted that there was infidelity. I think with marriage on her end. Okay. And they just failed. But they're trying to work it out. So I don't know if they're talking about co-parent. If it's like, do they have children together? Anything or what's going on. But as soon as Sunday comes in there, Benzino stands up like, whoa, and she's like, oh, hi, your name is Theta, and your name is Raymond. Call him by his government, but you could tell by his body language and think they'd be like this, like, wait a minute, what type of shit is that? And when Sunday and Cedric go decide to look at the plants and stuff like that to see what they're gonna get from Home Depot later on, or IKEA, we got a thing that I even knew, like I said, the body language, like he had to look like, oh shit, one of my fuck buddies just came back or something. A girl I used to smash, something like that type of look. But that's what she even brought up, was like, because even Sarah and Inkage, like I said, were all interacting like they were totally opposite of what Sean and Catherine. They were kind of like more reserved. Oh my gosh, these people scare me type of thing. But Sarah and Ink damn near was like doing commentary damn near through the whole time once the asses got in there, because they were like, what is going on here? I don't know. And I even remember, even Kathleen was a little judgmental, because she's like, as soon as Sarah came, I never seen somebody with so much cleavage in my life or whatever, and oh my gosh. And I'm like, oh, you must go to church every day. Well, I mean, you're just so wholesome. Not to say she's not like that, because I never watched the show The Bachelor at all, but I'm just like I said, y'all on the wrong show. Like I said, y'all should have got like separate couples therapy where they just do it alone and not in like in a group type of sessions at times, because like I said, I heard more of Sean's mouth than Catherine's mouth, but Catherine's confession was like, oh my gosh. But but then Benzino basically had to spill the beans that he used to go out, because Phoebe brought it up like this, like he said, one day I'll find out what it looks like to be like, because how he's ran to a couple people that she's dated and smashed, like his own home, whatever, and just even some of the cast members from ATL, okay, for when they were on Love and Hip Hop, and now all of a sudden, in this particular situation, she knew what it felt like, and I'm like, that's a small circle, but like I said, then there was another scene that they were like the last couple, right? And I don't know which person, I don't know, it was Sarah, somebody said this when Honey Boo Boo's mom came in, was her Mama June, and Sugar Bear came up in there. Somebody was like, wait a minute, wasn't he the guy in jail? Like, somebody was bringing up that pending case, the reason why they shows up there, but they kind of cut off what was said. I just didn't know who said it, but someone like, wasn't he the guy in jail? And I'm like, And her problem is with Sugar Bear. She thinks he been dipping his sugar dip, or what is it, sugar daddy, is something else, okay? His sugar lollipop and sticking it in holes is beyond hers. They really don't really have any sex, and that's a really, the problem too. Like I said, it seemed to be like who's in control also besides aggressiveness, like and defeat to Benzino's relationship, and like they're just dragging on and they're just holding on, but it's like it could be possibly the ass end. So I don't know, even though they have the child together, they still together, might get back together, or I don't know. But that's the 5 couples. And they're observing, because again, it seemed like it happened so many times. Benzino and Anthony were like in the dark. But then, Sunny D, and her husband, ex-husband, Cedric, got set back on the couch. And Benzino asked, like, well, where are y'all from? And here's Sunday. But I noticed she is not trying to say it yet. It's that she knows Benzino more ways than one, okay? And, he, said he was like, I'm from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. He used to work for some company. I could have sworn he said that was like affiliated with Benzino or something like that, whatever. But, like I said, you have the introductions and all this crazy stuff, woo woo woo. And then we are going to go fast forward to the game show because, like I said, it was a couple times. I swear, Athena and Benzino at least had about 5 arguments before it even got to the game show or to have like the audience type of thing. And we have Bob, I forgot what his last name was, but he, it was like it's the dating show gone wrong or the newlyweds go wrong or something that your ass don't want to be on there. So it's basically like basically it's like you ring the buzzer if you think your significant other or about to be non-significant other said this stuff. And one of the questions pertain to Benzino, I think it wasn't until the end, I think, whatever. And one of the things was like Ink and Sarah, and does she feel like she's trying to be in control? Ink feels like Sarah tries to keep everything in control, and like she said, it's like, well, I'm not gonna have it when I bring girls. I want to be certain girls, whatever. But it's not gonna be your ex-girlfriend who's sitting there in the iPhone saying that she loves you and woo 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 and blah blah blah. And, Ink doesn't believe in he doesn't believe in monogamous relationships. And to a certain point, neither does Sarah. Or does she know that that is not a monogamous relationship on her point? She says she wants that. So I'm like, to a certain point, it's like, it's your cake and eat it too. Excuse the pun. But at the same time, it's also like, first before the scene, that part of the segment, do you want to be where you rather just not having women there, or you having women there to like, keep him somewhat grounded so he doesn't go cheating, but it's like you prove it so it's not cheating or something like that. I don't know, okay, y'all, but like I said, Ink, like, it's like has like different rules, but so does Sarah. So it's like Sarah tries to sit there like I'm innocent to a certain point. I'm like, no, you're not. But they're very outgoing, whatever. But we can see that later on, like I said, Sarah has, that amount too. And what I wanted to point out in a different segment is that we got Sugar Bear and them. They also had Bring the Buzzer one time. And she, like I said, Mama June has fell in love out of Sugar Bear because she feels he's been cheating. Their sex life has been little to none or something like that. And I think that was one of the questions about the, guess like who said that. And then, like I said, they chose Mama June. She didn't want to hit the buzzer. And that was true that he said that their sex life is new. Okay. They really be caking in the bed, literally. Just sitting there caking probably in the bed. If they sleep in the same bed at the house anymore. Okay. So, now, there was one question I think Catherine and Sean had buzzed in about, sometimes did you want to say to get it over with. Or I think, like, it turned out, you want to be over. I think, or accidentally Benzino had chosen it turned out to be Sean or something. Okay, I forgot, y'all, like I said. But, to be long story short, it was like Sean said he made sometimes he wants to be over with. But he was trying to clarify that after he said that statement. Because he'll show like these people, they'll say statements and it appears on the TV screen once the buzz or who said that, or is it yes, is it the person, if it's right couple, right person, or what they said to these 2 questions. And so, anyways, he's basically like this. Like, he just wanted to be over in terms of like the fighting and stuff. And, like I said, the Benzino and Athena thing, one of the questions is like he said one time, they had gotten an argument like she needs to know self-capability of what she does, and he feels like she makes him out to be the bad person. And then this other way around where she's saying like he needs whole accountability, like of course I'm going to defend myself and stuff. Because earlier that episode, Ink had noticed like I think it was the one who brought up about them talking in terms of like, defending or, like asking, okay, something about the relationship. And Athena was saying something along the lines like, you know what, I'm going to stand up for you, for myself, whatever, regardless. No, this is before they got there. This is when Shonda got there. And she's like, we're going to say this girl power and stuff because they were just noticing something about the difference. I think Catherine brought up. She's like, yeah, it's girl power. And here we got Benzino like, no, it's not. Why have girl wives about not coming together and stuff? So it seemed like there's a lot of distance and disagreement there that people, the first thing, if some people feel like you have to be the loudest in the room in order to have a point or have to be aggressive in order to make a point. Okay. And that seemed to be their problem. I mean, I know I'm just speculating, but I'm just saying. And, sometimes it could be people are just miserable and they're trying to prove a point by staying together against the world and stuff like that too. And we'll just stick it out just because. And it'll be different just because, okay. And then the relationship turns to a situationship instead of, a real relationship, unfortunately, a lot of times. Oh my gosh, one of the most shocking things that was said out of all the couples was Sunday and Cedric. And she was saying about, he already knew and felt like he chose and buzzed in about that she wasn't going to say anything about her cheating or something, about the cheating or something like that. And then she comes in there and says, I'm not going to bring up my cheating and stuff because I feel Cedric loves me more than I love him. And on top of that, I don't think he's the right man for me. Okay, well, if that's the case, then y'all don't need to be in the same place, whatever. I'm just like, what type of shit is this? But like I said, if y'all watched her previously in Basketball Wives of LA, the last season, she is known for this fucking mouth of hers. And it's like, well, damn, like, so it ain't nothing new, but she based like this. He's not the right man. I haven't met the right man yet and all this stuff. But don't... I was like, why aren't y'all trying to work out there? Y'all know y'all can co-parent in different houses. I'm just saying, like, it seemed like he wants to work on it, at least on this first episode. He wants to work a little bit more than she does as far as trying to work the relationship. And it's like, she like, whatever. And, so I'm like, wow. And everybody like, what the hell? Even she was like, I feel so bad for him. So it was after they did the game show, whatever, that Athena is talking to Lee, Sarah, and I think Sunday. I don't know if she's talking to Sunday, but Lee, Sarah, and Catherine, whatever. And she was saying along the lines where she was just like about the airport thing, about people seeing this argument when he brought that up, I think, at the game show. And she was just like this, like, he got nerves, he had pulled on my arm and stuff, and somebody took that or grabbed my arm or something, and somebody tweeted on Twitter and made it seem like we caused this chaos and stuff like that. And I think, here Sarah started saying something, and Benzino went outside, and she walked out, and Athena went out, because, Sarah was like, oh, something about the weather, and she just walked up, she would just started arguing Benzino when he was talking to Ink outside on the patio. And they basically talking like, he's like, he knows, sick and tired of the way she acts, she needed to can be one of them speech, because it was like the same damn speech over the whole damn episode. And then she basically like, you know what, you need to take accountability. Well, I shouldn't have to stand up for you, blah, 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 and this, that, this, and that, and you don't treat me this way, and blah, 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 because it's the same darn speech about the animosity. Even when the game show, y'all, I forgot to mention, when they had the little booths that they were standing at, she damn near leaning towards us, where Shonda them is. It's like she supposed to be in their group or couple, whatever, and trying to actually avoid being near Benzino. And so, so they arguing that she walks off or Benzino walked off. Okay, we're going to probably, until they get their shit together, they're going to do a lot of walking off. And okay, they one of the loudest couples there. And maybe possibly something like, I'm just saying, they're one of the main ones, okay? So again, we're just hearing a couple times on off about Sean. Now Sean been the one's like, I don't know, we should be him and Capital somewhere else. Talking about, I don't know, but we should be here with these people and their threesomes and cleavage showing. I know he didn't say all that, but he was saying like, I don't even know we should be here and blah blah blah. And then I'm thinking, like I said before, like, well, y'all can get off then. You know what I'm saying, like, y'all wanted some help, didn't y'all? I'm just saying this. Like, did y'all watch the previous season? Shit. Before you got on here, and like, it'd be other couples. And so, like I said in the kitchen, here goes Sarah Deacon. He just don't give a damn, whatever. He bluntly, where when Cedric had said something about Sunday, what she said, he's like, you know, there's a difference if you keeping it real. But sometimes keeping it real, if you have to sit there and basically say such rude or, you know, insensitive stuff, or just be a flat out, you know, asshole. I mean, I'm saying my terms. Then, you know, sometimes it's because you have a problem with you. And there are people who sit there and, you know, they'll say mean stuff to mean people because there's a problem within themselves. You know what I mean? And as soon as that ink was like this, you know what? You know what? You're actually too good for her. You are too smart for her. And here's Sunday like, what is you talking about? Whatever. And then, you know, he was like, hold on, let me see. And I think it ended up being, it had kind of faded out. But she was saying in previews where, you know, how they have sometimes, they have the couples talking together, you know, when they're in the confessionals. And she was like, yeah, with him, with his stupid ears. And he's just like, no. And you could tell, I noticed Cedric's neck is tatted up. I don't know how many tattoos actually. He was like, you know, covered up with the suit. But he had, you know, tats on his neck with her. But she was trying to call Ink stupid somewhat because he had, you know, what they call the stretching earrings or the stretching, like, piercing thing, whatever, in his ears. And, she's like, I'm smart, blah, 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 blah. But, I mean, yeah, it was, you know, Ink need to know, like, too, like I said, there's a difference giving advice. But he basically wanted to call her, or, you know, basically, I want to call her, but Dave's called her like, this bitch is dumb, you need to do better by yourself. Because he damn there, he don't understand, like, that's was kind of like uncalled for neither by saying like he's basically smarter than her, and it's like, you know, I don't probably ain't gonna agree too much with Sunday actions, but it was like, well, she would get offended because you're trying to say like as if the intelligent wise, his level's not the same as hers, and he's just way higher than hers. You know what I'm saying? Like he can get into Harvard and she can only get into Everest. You know, that's what the fuck, you know, like, he could have said, you know, shit. So, and that kind of had faded off. So, like I said, later on episode, Dave was, like, trying to find out the rooms about what it said. And I think when the first rooms was, like, Sarah and them had found their rooms. And it was like, you know, I want to be controlled of everything. You know, if you stop acting like a bitch, you don't want to be treated like a bitch, or something like that be said. And they were just surprised and realized, like, these words, well, who the heck wants these words around? But words are very extremely powerful. You know, even people keep saying that stick and stones theory. Words are very powerful. And I think the purpose of words is like you wake up and it might be embedded your words and realize how these words are affecting the relationship or just people in general, you know, in this case. So Sean, why did I say John or Jean? It's time for me to go to bed. Sean and Catherine's room was something like you choose money or relationship. Some of them will flip over the picture frames of the words. And you got, because I think you got Sugar Bear, and then you got Mama June. They're in their rooms, and you know, cheating, don't talk to me, whatever type of thing. And Benzino, I think, is like, I forgot what the words is. You always doing this and blah blah blah. You always doing accountability, and then they end up in the argument even before they went to bed. Like he's ready. He was in the confession, like, I'm sick and tired of this. When this show ends, we're over with, and this therapy's done. We're done and over with, whatever. And he ends up in the end, y'all, going downstairs to go to sleep. Even the confessionals, like I said, we're talking. He's like, I'm done with this, woo woo woo, and I'm just like, y'all got too much going on here. You know what I'm saying? Sarah, Ink, and Sunday, and then the one with Sunday. Goddamn. Sunday and Cedric go in their room, right, also around the same time frame. And here's one, she stopped being physically attracted to him when he gained weight. And you know, that shows like how people usually hear that about how men may do that to women or something like that. I've heard that, you know, sometimes usually that's done to women in some way, or, you know, society, because it ain't gotta just be men to do that. You know, women be doing that. Some women be doing that to women too. Be talking about them once they gain weight or they certain size or whatever. But she's the opposite round. She's like, she's not sexually attracted more because it was something the same. Right above the bed is this comment. I'm like, God damn, like, ugh. I think I went through all the couples rooms, didn't I? Yeah, but I was like, damn. And they were just talking a little bit about general, like, you know, just some of the stuff she says. And so Liz and, like I said, Jim, you know, like I said, they came out and they had the co-directors and I forgot the name. I know David. I forgot the lady's name. Other lady's name. I know starts with I, so I don't mispronounce that. But they basically said they're going to work with these couples and stuff. And that was probably before they went to finding their rooms. Or the rooms of whores. Okay. Or, so, anyways. They sat there and, you know, like I said, they had that last scene. And then right before they went to bed, they see Sean and them. They still are not thinking, you know, especially him being more verbal about, like, judging other folks. And Elizabeth caught that. Like, he's sitting here. I'm going to go talk to him. Because, talk to them especially, because they're being judgmental. And she went up there and spoke to them about, you know, how the way they're talking, how they're feeling. And it's like you're basically, and you know, like you're talking about other people and their ways of, you know, of their relationships of what they're saying. And here's goes Sean. It's like, well, they're talking about threesomes and they cuss every 5 minutes and said the F-bomb every 4 seconds. And Elizabeth said, well, that's how way some people are different and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And but basically it's like, okay, we're willing to help you and stuff like that. But she's like this. And I think, I forgot if Jim was in there as well. I hope I'm saying the man's name right, because I don't want to be up there talking about the director or the people over the program or shows, whatever, and then saying the name wrong. But he comes in there, I think, too, but I at least know that Elizabeth was there. And they were just like this. You know, if you ready to leave, you know, you might as well leave right now. You know, like, we got your bags packed to the side of the door, you know, type of thing. Like, if you leave now, which is true. It's like I said, he's sitting here. He's talking about everything except the problems that have to do with them in their marriage more so. But he's trying to find the flaws in other people. You know what I'm saying? Like, the real reality is, it's reality stars, right? So one thing one y'all have in common. Actually, 2 things all these couples have problems. They have problems that could put the relationship at the rocks or put it at standstill. Or, you know, maybe put it at standstill, possibly could be renewed. Or fade out altogether. And number 2, y'all all came from reality shows. So for him to be so, Sean is, especially him, more so than Catherine, is kind of like, I know you came from like one where it was more so, I think he is the only one that came from like a show that was like a more so a dating competition show or competition show period, as opposed to the other 4 couples, right? Because I don't know. I know Cher's from the background cook, but it wasn't that somewhat like a competent, you know, like they do like a, what I'm just saying is that, you know, like everybody else came from shows that, I don't know, he thinks like just because he came from The Bachelors that he's a little bit more, oh, can you pass a Grey Poupon? I mean, I'm just going by what the hell I even see for the first thing, but like I said, he's judging or doesn't want to admit that, yeah, there's problems, but the problems is not as bad because, you know, other people got some way more issues than, but like I said, it's enough right there where they're having problems and they only been barely married for about a year and something. So we shall see. But y'all have a pleasant week, pleasant night, pleasant weekend, and hugs and love, and I'll see y'all next one. But tell me what y'all think about, if y'all watched this show yet, about what y'all think about this episode. Okay? Alright. Y'all take care.